Welcome to our Hayes Middle School training on FERPA, what you need to know. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, better known as FERPA, is a federal law put into place in 1974 that grants parents the right to inspect and the confidentiality of school records and personal identifiable information that schools have on their students. School records that included are report cards, transcripts, disciplinary records, contact and family information, class schedules, 504s, individual education plans. Personal identifiable information includes social security numbers, medical records, date of birth, home address and telephone, and biometric data. Directory information is information within a student's education record that would not be considered harmful or invasive of privacy if disclosed. It is up to each school district to identify what information they want to include in their directory information. Examples include student's name, place of birth, grade, participation in recognized activities, heights and weights for sports teams, photographs, and honors and awards. Parents have the right to opt their child out of the school's directory information. Who can access educational records? Any school employee, agent, contractor, or outside source used by the district to provide academic, mental, social, or physical services with a legitimate educational interest. This includes counselors, mental health specialists, physical health specialists, health screening workers, educational specialists, statistical data analysis, and school resource officers. Exceptions to the rules. Emergency situations such as school shootings, epidemic diseases, and etc., where protected information is necessary for the health of the child or others involved. School officials from another school where the student is transferring to. Not educational records include teacher's notes, employment records, alumni records, peer-graded papers, if not recorded by the teacher, request by a juvenile justice or mental health services with justifiable educational service. If in doubt, request a subpoena in order to release information. When a student turns 18 or attends post-secondary institution, FERPA rights are transferred to them and no longer reside with the parents. FERPA applied for migrant students. Department of Homeland Security is permitted to have access to international students on exchange programs to monitor their stay. Schools must allow any students who have proof of residency within a district access to public education, regardless of U.S. citizenship. Immigration and Homeland Security do not have access to student records without a court-ordered subpoena. FERPA and technology. Increased use of tech and changes in FERPA requires us to increase the need of safeguards. Student data is now mostly electronic and must be protected. Ways to protect are increase spyware, ensure safeguards from third parties and vendors, using trusted sources, apps and websites, making smart and responsible decisions, student education on their responsibilities. FERPA applied for surveillance cameras. 80% of all schools and 94% of high schools use surveillance cameras. Rules and regulations are different state by state, and who maintains the cameras. School or school resource officers will depend whether law enforcement has access to the videos or if they need a subpoena. Parents have the right to request and view surveillance of their children. Other students must be blurred in these videos. Sporting events and publications are open to public. Law enforcement must have subpoena or parental consent to access, unless the school resource officer maintains the technology. Schools should develop and publish policies for use, put cameras in appropriate areas, consult legal counsel and state policy for auto recording, have spyware in place to protect, follow FERPA regulations when making smart judgments for requests and access. What do we need to do? As a district, we need training and awareness. Shred no longer needed paper records. Have policies and programming in place to destroy no longer used digital data. Ensure third parties and vendors are protected and complying with FERPA. Develop and publish policies for use. Use initials and subject lines of emails and double check your recipients. Ensure spyware is quality and records are encrypted. Make smart and responsible decisions. Our HMS policy handbook says students' records. The district collects and maintains only the data about individuals which is necessary in order for the school to accomplish their primary goals. No information other than that used for personal identification and factual data of a cumulative nature will be collected, maintained, disseminated without informed consent an individual or the parent or guardian. Directory information. Certain information is routinely released at various times during a school year. This information is classified as directory information. The following categories are listed as directory information: students' names, address, telephone numbers, pictures, parent and guardian, date and place of birth, weight, height, participation in and eligibility for official recognized activities and sports, dates of attendance or grade placement, honors and awards received, and the most recent educational agency or school attended by the student. If you choose not to have any of this information released, you will need to contact school administration. These are my resources. Thank you very much.